Welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365, the podcast. I'm Jared.
Hi, I'm Terry.
We had a night a couple nights ago, huh?
Yes.
We went to Halloween nights at Eastern State Penitentiary. Something that I've not been looking forward to, but was decently surprised. We'll get into that with this review. First off, we got a couple quick videos to play. First one is our merch store. Buy some stuff. All right, so that's our merch store. That's all being leveled in November. Once I get some time, I got some new design ideas. We'll keep the logo stuff probably, but I got a lot of ideas in the hopper. All right, also, fan voting haunt of the year still going. Here's our... All right, so Halloween Haunts 365.com. It's where we've always been for the last 7 years.
And how long is that open for?
November 15th.
Okay. Get your votes in.
Yep. It might be cut short. I'll keep you updated. We'll see. I got to figure out when we're going to do the award show.
Okay.
All right, but we're going to get into our 2022 review of Halloween Nights at Eastern State Penitentiary. Eastern State used to be home to Terror Behind the Walls, which I really much loved.
Me too.
It was 8 very good haunted attractions with dancing and all that stuff inside the prison. It was a great time. After COVID, they decided to switch to the more beer garden and waste space type deal. I'm a haunted guy. I'm not there for your $15 beers.
Their drinks and their food was very expensive.
We'll get into that. Honestly, I had fun.
I did. I was very surprised.
Our walkthrough, we will not be doing that. We will do at the end of the video because it is 16 minutes long. I did not want you to sit through 16 minutes before getting through the review. And I will cut that for the podcast because you'll be just listening to it for 16 minutes. But I pretty much got a lot of footage of the ground. There's a full kaleidoscope hall walkthrough that doesn't look as good as advertised, but it was still cool, different. All right, so the first haunt we went into was a complete and utter shit show.
Delirium.
There's a lot of 3D clowns, and there's the good way to do a 3D clown, and this one was not it. Let's get into Delirium. I'm going to play the scoring video now, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so Delirium. Actors, I'm going to 4. They were trying. Some missed times. Some right out in the open, like not scary at all. Duration, this is the shortest attraction of the night. You're in and out.
Yes.
Fear factor, this is getting a 2. Nothing scary. Even the blast of air are mistimed. Lighting, a 3. I think they could have did a better job with the black lighting in here to really make everything pop a little more. Makeup and costumes, the clowns look great. We went with a 4.
Yes.
Originality, a 2. Everyone has this, and this was done not on the same level as others.
No.
Props, a 3. I would have liked more stuff. More eye-catching stuff. More use of the 3D glasses. Like we saw last night.
Yes.
Right. Scene's a 3. It was pretty much all the same scene. There might have been pipes in one room and not in the other. That was it. That was the only change of scenes. Sound effects and music, not a lot going on. I would have liked some carnival music or something. Maybe some blast, something. Overall, this reached a 2.9. It's our lowest scoring attraction of the year.
Yes, it is.
So, favorite 3 scenes, we don't really have any because it was really all the same scene.
Yes. I
The,
agree.
the actors definitely gave it their shot, so I'm sticking with a 4 for them. Luckily, the night got better. I was a little like, why?
Why did I drag you there?
What are we doing? No, we were invited. It was gracious. Thank you guys so much for that. But Delirium's not it. It might be one you want to change out next season. All right, so we're gonna get into next up. We went into Machine Shop, which is from the original Terror Behind the Walls.
Yes.
And it still is fucking cool. Let's get to Machine Shop. All right, so Machine Shop was the night's saving grace. Actors of 5. Duration of 3. These are smaller than your traditional haunted attractions, but they're kind of limited on space, considering it's a 200-year-old building, and they're trying to put as much in it as they can. So I'm not hating the duration, because it was still cool enough to go through. Fear factor, we went a 5. This one jumped.
Yes, I did.
And it's intense in there, because you're actually in like a machine shop.
Yes.
Lighting a 5, makeup costumes a 5, originality a 5, props 5, scenes 5, 3. I want a little music, maybe a little back tone, maybe like a wheel grinding or something along those lines. The actors did a good job in creating these, but I think you need a little more to add to the experience. Sound effects and music a 3, special effects a 3. Borderline 4, because I really like the welding girl in the beginning.
Yes, she was cool.
Favorite 3 scenes. In the shop itself, it was like a workshop. I really liked the skin wall. That was creepy.
That was very creepy.
And then the long exit. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's a 4.4 overall for us for Machine Shop and kind of a night saver. And honestly, it got a lot better after this too.
Yes.
So we're going to go into, we're not doing these in the order we did. We're doing it in the order I have on the paper. We went in the Crypt, and wow. Let's do Crypt. All right, so Crypt. Actors of 5, especially the voodoo woman.
This was probably my favorite attraction of the night.
Okay. Duration of 5. This one's much longer than the others.
Yes.
And you go in and out of the building. Sometimes you're outside, sometimes you're inside. Many different scenes. And my favorite scene of the night was the 4 black robed on the pedestal.
Oh, yeah.
That was either here or Nightmares, but I'm pretty sure it was here. It's hard when we were going back to back and trying to get everything.
When you're doing 4 in 1 week.
Yeah. All right, so lighting a 5. I like how this was done. Makeup and costumes a 5. Fear factor a 5. Originality a 5. Props 5. Scenes 5. Again, we're hitting on the sound effects. Not a lot to set the mood.
No.
Special effects a 3. It was more actor driven, which is fine, but a couple more things could have been done there. All right, my favorite 3 rooms: coffin room, without a doubt, the main hallway with the cages, and then the voodoo witch.
Mm-hmm.
Warning: if you put that stuff on your hands,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
go to the restroom and just dry around it because it will drip down your finger a little bit and
And it's
stick
sticky.
to hell everything. We were chiseling off our phones afterwards,
Mhm.
but it was pretty cool because it turned red after. It was
Yeah, it
so
looked
weird.
like it was clear.
Yeah.
And they put a cross.
And then it looked like your hand was bleeding after. Really cool effect. All right, so we are at a 4.6 for the crypt. Great attraction. We had a lot of fun in there. And when you're walking through the crypt, you walk through the old lines of Terror Behind the Walls. So it kind of brought back nostalgia for me. And even the back of the water tower still has Terror Behind the Walls. All right, so moving on from crypt, Big Top Terror. Yeah, I like what they were trying to do, and I think with another year they can execute it. So let's get the Big Top Terror. If I can find it. All right, so Big Top Terror is basically your freak show sideshow, right?
Yes.
Pretty cool stuff in there. Actors of 5. I really liked a lot of the actors at Eastern State this year. Because in our past years, and I know it's not the same, but we always had an issue at Eastern State with the actors.
Yes, we did.
Not anymore.
Mm-mm.
Duration of 3. This is much shorter than Crypt and the others. Fear factor. It's not scary. Not a lot of people were jumping, but the actors were entertaining. So it was still fun to walk through. Lighting. 4. Good lighting in there. Makeup and costume of 5. These guys looked outrageously good. Originality of 5. You don't see a lot of sideshows anymore. Props of 5. They had like the knife throwing and the axe and stuff, and like game setup. It was pretty cool. Scenes of 5. Sound effects and music, I got it around a 3. And special effects, there wasn't a whole lot going on, so a 3. This brought this to a 4.1. Still pretty high. All right, so the favorite 3 scenes in there was entering the clown room with the strobe. You walk under this big clown tarp and the strobes are hitting you. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty good job. Doll room,
Of course.
Of course. And then the knife thrower. I liked him. He was good. Made it look like he was going to throw a knife at your face.
Yes.
But it was very good. They were really safe. And you could tell the actors definitely went through the training. All right, so next up, did we already do Nightmares?
No, we
didn't
did not.
do Nightmares. We're going to move on to Nightmares. This one was pretty good. Pretty good. Let's do it. All right, so Nightmares. We have actors at a 5. Duration of 3. It's another kind of shorter one. Fear factor at 3. It's more creepy than scary. It was still a lot of fun to walk through. Lighting, a 4. This is the one with the girl on the skates, right?
Yes.
She's silent. I don't know how the hell she skated so silent. I'd be like, dunk, 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 dunk.
Mm.
Or young man, I'm sorry, it was dark. I can't really tell. Lighting a 4, makeup and costumes a 5. Everyone looked really good in there. Originality a 5. There's like 2 different kinds of attractions in there, really. Because I thought we were walking into another one halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
Props a 4, scenes a 5, sound effects again a 3, special effects a 3. Overall, a 4.0. Very good. My favorite 3 scenes, really, I can only pick out the long hallway and then the iron lung scene.
That was cool.
So that's all the attractions there, right?
Yes.
All right, so we'll talk about the whole night after we give this drink review.
Hi everyone. Tonight we're at Halloween Nights at Eastern Penn. In my cup, in the scroll mug, is a pumpkin punch. I would give it 3 blood spots. It does not really taste like pumpkin, but it's strong and it's pretty good.
There's my crackhead wife, Terry, doing her drink review. I thought it would be pretty funny. We had to do 4 takes on that because
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
I don't know. I was like, 4 what, honey? 7 years later, what are we calling it? All right, but Eastern State, and I'll do the final after this conversation.
Well, before we get into that, I also wanted to add they give you, if you opt in for the glow necklaces, and it's ass backwards than what we're used to. When you put it on a glow necklace at other haunts, that means they can't touch you.
Yeah.
But here, if you put it on, they can take you, they can touch you.
Which none of that happened.
I got put in, the only thing that happened was I got put in a dentist chair.
Yeah,
And that was it.
I was expected to be thrown
Me
into
too.
cages, like terror behind the walls,
Or
maybe that
separated.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
I was disappointed that didn't happen.
So we got there at opening, like we normally do. The one thing I did like, and I thought it was a cool idea, even though that poor little blonde girl is probably in pain right now, they open the gates and all the actors come running out at you. Like pure pandemonium. Like kids are running out of the way and everything. And there was a lady in front of me who jumped out of the way, and this poor little girl hit me dead on in a full sprint. She fell backwards because she basically ran into a wall.
Yes. You did not move.
So it's just like, it was pretty cool. A little crazy, but I thought that was different. I haven't seen that. Basically, you can walk around the entire place, and the one cool thing is you can keep going into these attractions. So if there's one that you really like, you can go in 2 or 3 times. There's no ticket for what attraction you're going into.
Right.
They also have a dancing group at the Gargoyle Gardens. We'll have that in the walkthrough. Acrobats flying around in rings.
That was all different.
Mm-hmm. That was out by snack bars.
Yes.
Food bars, special kinds of bars like the Vampire Bar, the Speakeasy at Capone Cell. All of this could have, like the Vampire Bar, I would have liked to see a vampire attraction. Do the Vampire Bar outside and make it an attraction.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that.
Yeah. I mean, then you have story time with the s'mores. That's fine. You need some games. I think you guys are kind of missing the boat on some games.
I do have to say, there was a shit ton of fog.
There was a ton of fog. You'll see that in the
I
walkthrough.
loved it.
It made the prison look creepy as shit with the lighting and the fog. You can very rarely see who's in front of you. So, yeah. All right. So they have a VIP package, but it doesn't work like most VIP packages.
It got you drinks
Oh, hold on. It will get you to the front of the line.
in the entrance.
The main entrance.
Yes.
And it'll get you into certain bars with the drink. That's cool. I think you need to go with an all-access VIP. Charge maybe $20 more, and then have a VIP entrance to every haunt. I'm telling you, if you could do that, it'd be worth the money.
Yes.
Like, even if it was $100, think about it. If me and you went and, all right, so I forget, what did we figure it was? 50 each
something like
after
that.
parking. So say if it was like 100 each, so 20 more each and hop in. If you can go through all those attractions as many times as you want with a VIP access, you can get into each one 10 times.
Exactly.
And then spend the money on the food and the drinks. And the drinks were decently priced for an event. Like, if you go to a Phillies game, a beer's
That's
$10.
true.
So her drink was $20 with the $6 fancy mug. Not a big deal. Where I had a problem was French toast bites. They were $10. This is bread and
It's like
cinnamon,
this big.
people. Bread and cinnamon. Like, I can imagine a hot dog being $10, a hamburger with some protein. This is bread and cinnamon. I had a hard time with that. But cool gift shop. They kind of copied HHN's tribute store and called it the Halloween tribute store. But we got our magnet hanging up over there.
And they also had, the museum for the actual prison.
Yeah, you can do behind the scenes tours and all that, but
But I'm saying they had a merch store for that separate.
I know. There's a separate museum merch store. There's a lot of shows going on. A lot of good sliders that just jump out of the fog at you. That was fun. I think I caught one on video. I had the stabilization on high, so there's a delay when you bring the phone down. But I mean, I had fun.
I did too. I'm glad we went.
There's certain attractions that I would love to go through again. And there's one attraction that I'd rather never see again. Hey, we're honest here.
We are honest.
That it's like a rip-off. I don't know. Maybe something else next year. Oh, how about, I got a crazy idea. What about a prison attraction?
Right. You're out of prison.
I don't know. It was worth the trip. If you're a family of 4, it's kind of worth it because you can keep going in and out of the attractions.
Mm-hmm.
So you can keep the family entertained till they close.
Yes.
You're told when you walk in what time the attractions close, so you know how long you have to do. So if you find one you really like, you can hop in again. You can hop in again. You can happen again. That's why I think they're missing it with an all access VIP pass. It gives you VIP access to the attractions, let alone all the other stuff.
Yes, I would agree.
Because really, even if you eat, watch the show, walk around the whole thing, there's tons of photo ops in there. All the buildings are lit beautifully. The scenery was awesome. The atmosphere was beautiful. But we're going to get into our final scoring of here before we start to walk through. Let's do it. All right, so the total scoring, activities of 4. Like I said, I'd like to see more customer interaction. I think you're kind of missing the boat and some financials without having games.
Yeah.
Games keeps income coming.
Yes, it does.
Atmosphere 5, the fog, the lights inside the prison, it was beautiful. Entertainment of 5, there's tons of shit going on around you. Even though I think the dance scene, I think you need to turn that radio up.
Yeah, it was on the lower side.
Yeah, it was a little low, but they might have city ordinances they had to deal with, so I'm not going to pick on that. Food of 4, I'd have liked a couple more like main dinner options and not snacks. Because you're in there for the night. This isn't, we're going to come here.
I don't remember seeing burgers or anything.
There might have been. I know there's 2 snack stands there, then the s'mores, then the one we saw with the French toast. I don't know what else they had at the French toast place, but
I think there might have been one that had hamburgers and hot dogs.
Okay.
In with the acrobats.
No, those are both snack stands.
Was it a snack?
Yeah.
One was a bar.
I'll show you in the video.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the other one was a bar. The other one said snacks. I mean, it could have We eat before we go, so we didn't really notice. But games, I think if you can get some prison type, Halloween type games, oh, I think you're gonna pad that bottom line and keep people there even longer. All right, so our final scoring: activities of 4, atmosphere 5, entertainment 5, food 4. Haunted attractions came in at a 3.7, and it was really only the one that really hurt. Overall, a 4.18. If I was to change anything, it would be all access VIP. You're losing money there. And just erase Delirium. It sucks. I hate saying that because I know the amount of work that goes into a haunted attraction, but it doesn't fit.
Change it out to, like you said, even a prison.
It doesn't fit. All right, so now we're going to do the walkthrough, but we're going to say goodbye now because if you want to watch. If you don't, you got our review. This has been Halloween Haunts, 365.com, the podcast, where every day is haunt season.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was our walkthrough. If you're still watching, comment Abadaba. Guys, thanks for hanging out. We are going to hit stop now and do the Night of Terror.
Yes.
You ready?
Ready.
All right. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, especially if you're still watching. I'm impressed if you're still watching. So comment something weird if you're still watching. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Halloween Haunts 365 Productions.